morning. It is Monday, December the 16th. I slept in as promised until about 6:30 this morning, at which point the dogs really needed to go out, so I got up and let them out. And I don't sleep. When I sleep in, it's about 6:30 or 7. It's about as late as I sleep in. So I am up, and I am right now labeling some canned goods. So this is the cranberry orange you saw me making earlier, and it's this beautiful rich red color, and I've got about, I think I had it about 10, I already gave away some of it, but I had about 10 jars left. Well, here you come. And I wanted to get everything labeled and get my countertops cleaned off because I want to make a pot of chili, and right now my counter was covered with canned goods. So I'm getting these labeled so I can put them in the cabinet. I've got also, the other thing that I'm labeling is I had some apple butter that I made, so I got that labeled as well. So I am got to actually get some more tape and put in my label maker because I ran out. I didn't get all my apple butter labels made. This little label maker, I had a nicer one than this, and Fizzy, unfortunately, did it in one day when she knocked it off the table. But this little label maker has just been the bee's knees in terms of my canning. It lets me label everything, and that's good because then I can remember what it is, first of all. If I gift it to somebody, I don't have to sit and make handmade labels, which those are cute and everything. But when you have to do a lot of them, it gets really old. And also, at the fair, I know which jars are mine. That makes it easy. But anyway, so I'm labeling jars this morning. Catching up with a few Vlogmas episodes. And then I'm going to go get my craft room sorted so that I can record. I'm going to put my chili on first, and then I'm going to record a regular episode of my podcast, I think, this morning for those of you who would like to watch that. And then I'm going to just, I don't know what else I'm going to do today. It's very dreary and rainy outside. It was raining pretty hard a few minutes ago. It's a typical Arkansas winter day. Gray, well, not typical, but it's what we get in the winter. Gray and rainy. Cold, but not cold enough for anything to be frozen. You know, it's probably in the 40s outside right now. 40s Fahrenheit. But anyway, so I'm gonna work on this stuff, and we will see what we get up to today. So welcome to the day 16 of Vlogmas. Okay, so I got all my stuff labeled, and I thought I would just quickly show you my pantry. Of course, it's not as full as it was at the end of summer because I've used a lot of the stuff. But these shelves, my dad actually built them to fit jars for my grandmother. Of course, after she moved into this house, she didn't do a whole lot of canning anymore. But this is kind of what I have left that's canned. And then I have some stuff that's dry, or some stuff that's in the freezer. So, these are chili beans, which I'll use later today. This is all like dried peppers, dried tomatoes, stuff like that, because I take the little cherry tomatoes and dry them, and the jalapenos, and I like to make them in bread. These are different salsas. These are pickled peppers, corn, green beans, broth, dill pickles, taco sauce, elderberry syrup, which I use as an immune booster. This is jellies left from last year, so I put them all together. Got some dried comfrey leaves and some dried red clover and ribwort that I'm going to make some healing balm out of eventually. This is more jellies and jams here, more elderberry syrup. This is all my pie fillings. Then I've got more, let's see, what's that? Oh, more pickled jalapenos. This is cowboy candy. It's a bread and butter jalapeno. And then some pickled okra, some relishes, more jellies and jams, some soup, more salsa. I use a lot of salsa, so I make quite a bit of salsa every year. More pickles. Oh, that should be up here. Okay. More salsa. Then I've got broth. And then I've got empty jars over here. So that's kind of what I have left from this year's efforts at canning. Been trying to make better use of everything. You know, so anyway, all right, I just thought I'd show y'all that real quick while I was putting those things away. Okay, so I've got a pot of chili on, and it does have butternut squash in it because I had part of a butternut squash left that I needed to use up. So I thought, well, I'll just chop it up and stick it in there. What can it hurt? So it's just kind of everything that's in the refrigerator pot of chili here. I'll let that cook all day. It should be delicious for dinner tonight. Okay, well, I got my room sorted out, and I'm going to go record here in just a few minutes. And I talked to my friend Shelly because the weather today is pretty miserable. So we're going to move me going to get cages until Wednesday night. So that will be better. That way I don't have to leave the house. Every time I start talking, here you come. You're a rotten boy, but I love you anyway. Okay, and I looked out the window while I was getting my room straightened up, and I saw a U-Haul pull in my yard, and I'm like, a U-Haul? It was the UPS guy. I guess either his van was broken down or they have so many they're having to rent extra U-Hauls. And I had ordered a quilling kit as a gift for somebody. I won't say who, although if she watches this, which I doubt she does, she'll know. The other day when everybody was at the house for the Christmas wreath party, Rory noticed this big piece of quilling. I have a big piece of quilling that I found at the thrift store, and she saw it, and she's very crafty. She likes to learn how to do all kinds of crafts too, so I thought I would indulge her interest in that, so this will be her Christmas gift from me. Yeah, I just got it off Amazon. Simon, and I got myself one too. You know, I still got to learn to tat, and I still got to learn to do punch needle, but now I'm going to learn to quill also. Because why not make all the crafts? All the crafts. Make them all, right? Make them all. Make all the crafts. Well, I was going to record my podcast, but I heard my cows bawling, and I figured I better feed them some hay first. So I'm going to take care of them first, and then I'll record. Well, I was going to do that until it started lightning, and now I'm going back in the house because I can't be out on a tractor with it lightning. No, that's not a good idea. So I will wait for a little bit and see if that stops, and then I'll put them some hay out. Is that good hay, Penny? Did you bring it over here to show it to me? Is that good hay? I'll get you some food. Girls are not coming out, are you? You're all tucked up in your bed. Okay. You girls are staying in there too, huh? It's a cold, rainy day. Yeah, there's your hay though. You got some hay. Yes. Well, I decided in for a dime, in for a dollar. It stopped thundering for about 20 minutes, so I went ahead and put hay out, and I figured while I was out here and wet, I might as well go ahead and feed everybody else. So everybody is fed and watered, and now I can stay in the house the rest of the day if I want to. So, yay! But the outside chores are done. Those cows, that's how they stay warm, is that hay. So I didn't want them to have to do without on a cold, rainy day. Y'all warm? Yeah, y'all are warm. Okay, well, Mr. Tooths, Willie, Hazel, and I have all gotten the podcast recorded. I would love to say I've got some fancy setup, but basically no. I just have a stack of books here that I'm propping my phone up on. I don't have any fancy lighting. I do have my Ott light. There was a gift from Mary today because it is kind of dark and gloomy. But no, that's not it. There's nothing fancy here. Just make do. But anyway, so I got the podcast recorded. I'm going to go have some lunch and cut everything together and try to get it posted today. I am really hungry, so I got to scrounge up something to eat for lunch while that chili is cooking. But anyway, so yeah, yay! I finally also got the full video of the ride posted as well. So anyway, I'm going to have some lunch, and I'll check back in with y'all in a little while. Well, it's about 7 o'clock, 7:30, and I've been trying to upload my podcast episode, but it is taking forever. it's been uploading for 2.5 hours, and it was about 20% uploaded, so I don't know if it's my internet or what. So I'm going to wait and try to upload it overnight and see if it will upload then. I have been working on a hat. I finished a hat, and I'm fixing to go fix myself something to drink and work on some snowflakes. I'm in the bedroom tonight. I washed all the bed linens. I've got the comforter is in the, what is it, Custer? Um, the comforter is in the dryer right now, but I've had my shower and ate some supper, and now I'm gonna go fix myself something to drink and get to work on some snowflakes. So I guess I'll call it a night for this edition of Vlogmas, and I'll check in with you guys again tomorrow, and hopefully my podcast will upload overnight. So I talked a little bit about next year's make-alongs and stuff, and tomorrow I think what I might do is put together some prize packages. I've got to be here supposedly to wait on the refrigerator delivery, so I'll put together some podcast prize packages for this year's make-alongs and kind of show them to you tomorrow. So anyway, I hope you guys are having a great day. Thanks everybody for the kind comments on the Christmas show videos. We surely appreciate it, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.